Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers, and today I'm going to make a Mr. Wallflowers trifle. Because of what we've got in, I'm just going to use what we've got. So first of all, boil the kettle. I'm just going to put 500 mils into the jug to melt the jelly. Now we haven't got any cream, because every time Marianne gets cream from the initiatives, we use it to make butter. So we don't normally have cream in the fridge. You only get used straight away for the butter, as you can see in some of our other videos. So I'm going to be using some of these sponge fingers that Mary got from the food initiative last week. So get rid of some of them. We've still got a big bag of them. So I'll be putting the jelly in with some sponge fingers, then making some custard to go on the top. And I'm going to sprinkle it with some crushed biscuits that we've had for a while, that Marianne got from a food initiative a couple of months ago that we haven't used yet. So I'm just using the things that we've got and making a pudding out of it. I don't normally eat puddings, but I do like trifle. It's probably the only one I eat. So I'll put 500 mils of hot water in to melt the jelly, and I'll top it up with 300 of cold. And we'll have to put that in the fridge to set, and then I'll do the custard to go on the top when it's ready. I haven't had jelly for ages. This is just a strawberry jelly. That's all dissolved now. I'll just top that up with another 300 of the cold water. What I'm going to do with the sponge fingers is try and make a wall around it. And the tip that I've learned to stop your fingers from floating is to just soak them in a little bit first and let it soak through, and then you don't float them. Let's see if it works. Just put a little bit, let them soak first. Said soak them with brandy is the best way, but I don't really like brandy. Well, I don't anyway. I'm going to leave them in the bottom now because they're all soggy. I'm just going to make a wall around it with the rest of them. To each side. And a little bit firmer. Sponge fingers in, so that's one packet gone.
Just pour some jelly on them.
Put a little bit over the top of them first. They're all quite soggy now, so they shouldn't lift when I pour the jelly in now. Pour the jelly over them. So there's the base. I'm going to put that in the fridge now and leave that to set for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back and I'll do the topping. I'll show you how to make the custard to go on the top. See you in a bit. Hiya. So the jelly's done and all set in the fridge. So I've got 300 mils of milk. I'm just going to put that on a low heat, heat that through. I've got 30 grams of sugar. It calls for caster sugar, so I'm going to make some and just put it in the grinder. And this is how you make caster sugar if you haven't got any.
From what?
From just normal sugar. So just put that in the grinder. Goes to like a powder, like caster sugar. So I've got 3 egg yolks. We were going to use the dehydrated eggs that Marianne had done a video on earlier on, a couple of weeks ago. But these eggs need using up because we've had them since before Christmas. So they passed the egg test, but just about. They're not floating. Still at the bottom, but they're standing up a little bit, so they need using up. So we've got 3 egg yolks.
Go through the egg test.
So if the egg floats, you know it's bad. If it stays to the bottom, normally they lie down if they're totally fresh, but this one's just standing up, so it's still good enough to use. But if it floats to the top, then you know it's bad. So I've got the 3 egg yolks into the bowl. In with the 30 grams of caster sugar now. Put a tablespoon of corn flour, cornstarch, and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. If I can get it open. This is for the custard that's going to go on top of the jelly. Just going to whisk that up now. Make sure it's all incorporated on the edges. Looks like custard already. Just put that milk up a little bit. We're just boiling the milk before it gets to simmering point. think we're going to get to eat this tonight because we just had a big tea. We just had loads of veg that was left over in the fridge that we had to cook. We've had cabbage, sprouts, carrots, peas, potatoes. We had mashed potatoes. And we had a sausage meat in the freezer that we'd had since Christmas, a sausage meat stuffing with cranberries and chestnuts. And so we had that with some onion gravy over the top. So we're quite full now. You can stir this occasionally. It's just coming to simmering point now. What we're going to do is put the milk into this custard powder or custard liquid. Just wait for that to heat up a little bit more. It's starting to simmer now. Just turn that down, take it off. As we're putting it in the bowl with the mixture, we're mixing as we put it in gradually. Keep whisking it as it's going in. It's smelling like custard already. That in with a good whisk. Now what we do is put it back in the pan. Put it back on the heat and just keep stirring it now till it starts to thicken up. It only takes a few minutes for it to start to thicken up. Get the jelly out and show you. That's the jelly set with all the sponge fingers in. What I'm going to do is Miriam pick some stuff, some Biscoff broken biscuit crumbs up from the pantry about 3 months ago that we haven't used, so thought we could use them for this. Put them in the jar. I'm just going to sprinkle a few just over the top of the jelly. These are like a caramel biscuit, biscoffies they're called. So it's starting to thicken up now. Foamy and thickening up. thick and smooth. Smells lovely. I'm nearly there now. Yeah, so I'll just leave this to cool before putting it on top. I'll be back to show you the finished product. So the custard's cooled down now, it's thickened up nice. So we'll pour this on the top, put it in the fridge and leave it to set overnight. So we're just going to pour that over the top. That's set nice there.
Probably could have done with double the amount.
Yeah. Just spread that over a little bit. Seems to have covered it. I'll just get a small biscuit crumbs and just sprinkle that over the top again. And you could use chocolate, I suppose, as well. Sprinkle that over. I'll put that in the fridge now, let it set overnight. And there you have it, Mr. Wallflowers alternative trifle. Thanks for joining us tonight, hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.